So guys, we are going to start the session sharp 9:30 without any wait time. I hope my voice is very clear. In case yes, please type yes in the chat box. I wanted to doubly sure that my voice is clear before we start. And kindly unmute yourself once you join. Is my voice clear? Great. So just 2 more minutes and we are about to begin. Okay, I hope everybody are ready.
Morning, sir.
Very good morning, Bashir. How are you doing?
Fine, sir. Fine.
So we are just starting in next 1 minute because I'm just waiting. There are only 14 participants as I see. I believe people are just joining.
Yeah.
In another 1 minute, I'm going to start on time. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Let them join.
Voice వస్తుంది.
So great, guys. I would request you all to kindly unmute yourself. We are about to start the session on basics of digital marketing. So guys, please unmute yourself. It's a kind request and we are about to start. Okay. So before we start off with the session, I wanted to let you all know that you might, 1 second. Yes. Okay, guys. So let's quickly start. You all might have gone to a Kirana store in your lifetime to get some stuff when somebody requests for it at your house, right? So this is something where we go there and try to get some stuff, and this is called as you are trying to fulfill the demand that was generated at home. So you go to a shopkeeper, you purchase something and bring it to your house. Later, there was revolution and we got the shopping malls like DMart, More, and various other things which have come up. And then we started going there and avoided the Kirana store. The main reason for this was they were giving us offers. Say for example, if you go there to buy a shaving cream, they would say that if you buy this shaving cream, you will get these razors free. That means these shopping merchants are trying to create a concept called as demand generation. Your demand is maybe for a shaving cream, but they're also trying to sell razors by generating demand for razors by selling them in a package. So this is something that you all should understand. These are the two important concepts that you all should know. One is demand fulfillment and one is demand generation. So generally what will happen whenever you are going to Google for searching something, that means you want to search for some product, and if you get it on Google, you go ahead and purchase it. And this is called as you are trying to fulfill your demand. But when you go on to Google and try to search for something and somebody else is trying to advertise their products and generate demand. That is called as demand generation. The main concept of digital marketing is to promote products and gain some kind of demand generation for the products. If you understand this concept very clearly, we will go ahead with the first slide, which talks about digital marketing overview. See, there are four important terms in digital marketing. One is SEO. After this session, you all should be able to connect the dots anywhere in digital marketing. When somebody talks about anything, you should be able to understand which category it falls into. So what is an SEO? SEO is nothing but search engine optimization. So what is a search engine optimization? You have search engines like Google, Yahoo, and Bing. The main role of a search engine is whenever you want to search for something, you will say Google Hana. You will go on to Google, you will type something and you will search for the product. That is a search engine. You are using something that is called as a keyword. Maybe you might have checked like, what is the best hotel in Vijayawada? It will give you some display. So when it gives you some display, whichever hotel comes, you will see the rating review and you will go and book that hotel and go. You trust Google here because you don't know anything. So ideally, you are actually generating demand by ensuring your website is on top on Google search results, and when it is on top, you get more customers. Let us think about a case. When we search for something, how many of you will go to the second page or third page or fourth page of Google and make a buying decision? Hardly any of us. Everybody will look for the first page. So what is it that companies have to do in order to get their website on the first page of Google search results is what is defined as search engine optimization. You need to optimize your websites with such great content so that your website will be displayed by Google on top of Google search results. And if it is displayed on top with your hard work, you have very good content, many people are referring to your content, automatically it will go on to Google search engine results top page. And when this happens, we say that your site SEO is very good, your search engine optimization is very good. That means the ability of your website to be identified by Google and displayed on top. It's indexing as rank 1 for your site and displaying it in the first page, and 99% of the customers will visit the first page. So digital marketing is all about creating some great content, displaying it on the first page of Google search results so that the customers, the people who visit, can be converted into customers. If you are very clear with SEO, SEO is basically an organic form of digital marketing. What do you mean by organic form? Unpaid way of doing marketing. You don't pay anything to Google and your website is displayed on top and you get customers, you convert them. When it comes to SEM, the other term called as search engine marketing, you actually pay money to Google. You tell them, hey Google, in case somebody search for best hotel in Vijayawada, I'm a new entrant, I've come up with my new hotel, ensure that my hotel only will be displayed to the customers so that I'll make maximum revenues by converting them. So when you say this, Google will charge you some money. So you say, I'm ready to pay 5,000 rupees or maybe 10,000 rupees for advertising. So you're saying, I will give you 10,000 rupees. You go to pay-per-click model and you actually go ahead and discuss with Google and the customers will be displayed this ad. Now, how long will this ad be displayed? Till such time the budget is there. Once the budget is over, you will again go back to normalcy. So if your website has to be on the top of search results, you need to ensure that you are doing a proper search engine marketing where you're paying Google. Basically, when SEO is all about putting your efforts, creating a website without paying money to Google, getting it displayed on top by your hard work, SEM is all about paying money to Google and ensuring your website is displayed on top till the time your budget is there. It's very simple concept because you pay money to Google, your website will be on top. Now, what will happen? For both these things, content is the key. It is the heart. If your content is not great and you are not offering what customers are looking for, they will automatically move from your website. That is called as bounce rate. The customers are coming visiting your website, and they're just leaving because they didn't find anything interesting in your website. Now, if there is appealing content, then it makes sense in paying money to Google, so that Google will bring customers to you, display your website on the top, and when somebody comes there, you can convert them because they have a very good experience. And similarly, you use social media marketing. SMM stands for social media marketing. You can promote your websites without paying any money on social media within your own network, or you can pay money to Google and social media platforms like Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and pay them some money and tell them there also you can promote. So SCM, while it largely talks about paid form of marketing, SEO talks about unpaid form of marketing. So there might be people who are interested to do SEO. There might be people who might be interested to do SCM. You also find people in digital marketing who hold designation like social media marketing manager. So basically social media marketing managers will reach out to individual people who have website and also organizations and try to ask them for money and promote their products. So when they do this, the social media is just one click away, and most of the customers who have money today, they are relying on the online platform. Let it be Book My Show, let it be IRCTC, everything is online today, and the future is gonna be online, and that's why these concepts are very important. However, remember one thing, if your content is not great, whether you pay money, they will leave out of your website. Google can only get customers till your doorstep. But if your house is very untidy, your visitors will walk out. They will not like to stay there for a longer period of time, which means your conversions will get affected. Now I'm going to explain you in a small practical way. You can just check this out. One second. So you just have a look at here. This is the Google thing, and this is called as a search query bar, or maybe this is a search query bar. Whatever you type here will be displayed here, and it will give you results. Say for example, if I need to type digital marketing. So this is going to show me there is something called as AD. AD means this is SEM, search engine marketing. That means LinkedIn is promoting a digital marketing course by paying money to Google. It's paying money to Google and telling, hey Google, I'm giving you, this is my budget. Till the time my budget is there, only my website has to be on top. Now LinkedIn might have already done everything that is possible, kept its website very neat and clean so that when visitors visit, it can easily convert. If it doesn't have a clean, good looking website, then customers will come and they will leave. So it will not make any profits out of it. So initially, any website will have to do a basic SEO. They have to decorate their stuff and then go on to the online platform and then start promoting it. Now, if you see, these are all AdWords. So whoever pays maximum money to Google, their ad will be displayed on top. Now, the second important thing is here there is no ad. That means it's not an AdWord. It's not a sponsored site. This particular person might have put all possible hard work and did his SEO properly, and Google is displaying his in the first place. Now Google's algorithm works in such a way that it will not display only people who will pay money for it. It will primarily show 70% of its content for people who pay money for it. However, the 30% it will reserve for people who do hard work, who doesn't want to pay money, and with their hard work, they have an appealing content, and people are very happy reading their content and staying there for a long period of time because the demand is getting fulfilled. So such people also Google will recognize and give them free space. So when somebody wants to do SEO, they try really hard. They want to ensure proper offers are there. He wants to give great offers to the customers, give them great knowledge, and promote his website on the top pages of Google. So if he's able to do this, this person has done something with great hard work. These people have just paid money to Google and their websites are displayed on the top. So have you understood the concept between search engine marketing and search engine optimization? I'll give you one very clear example. Say for example, you have a kirana store. You go to a kirana store, you find everything very clumsy. You didn't like it. Everything was very untidy. The moment you get in, you feel, I'm sorry, I want to leave. Your parents will say, go and get me some stuff. However, you don't want to go there because you're not able to spend time. Similarly, when you're going to a supermarket, you see that everything is well organized. When things are organized, you feel like spending more time there. And when you feel like spending more time there, you tend to purchase more products. They give you offers, 1+1 offer, this, that, and make your shopping experience great. So today, everybody are actually looking at going onto the digital platform because customers prefer convenience. They want everything to be done one click away from them. In case we are not going online, your competitors will go online and grab your market share. The reason being, it only costs some 1500 to 2000 rupees to create a website and maintain it for 1 year. When physical stores are giving rent itself 10,000, 20,000, and in digital platform, they're getting this space available on the social media for just 1500 to 2000 rupees. And they actually create a well-looking site, do a proper search engine optimization, and ensure that it is indexed by the search engines and displayed on the first page of Google. They will automatically get customers and they'll convert them into their customers. So this way they are making a lot of money. So if you are not going online, your competitors are going online and they can offer them huge discounts, 60% off, 70% off, which a physical store person might not be able to give because he need to take care of his overhead costs like maintenance costs, rents and all, which are very minimal when compared to the digital platform. Now, if you look at it, I'm showing you a website. This is my website called as Personality Development Interview Tips. This is called as a URL. Basically, if somebody clicks on in Google www.personalitydevelopmentinterviewtips.in, automatically they will be directed to my website. Generally, it's a basic principle that your website domain name has to be very small. But when I was doing my project, when I newly joined digital marketing, I was not sure about it. So I created a bigger domain name and it is coming for a lower cost. It is not expensive because smaller keywords are very expensive and this is not a commercial purpose. It is for knowledge sharing purpose. This site primarily I created only to share my knowledge and experience with people, and there are people who are getting connected on my website. Almost I have around 450 to 500 visitors visiting every month to my website. And if you look at it, it has, see how it is designed. It has a home page, and in the home page it is talking about what is the objective of creating this website, and it is also giving you what are the different tabs. These are called as tabs. So what are these tabs all about? So it gives you like what is personality development tab, what is interview tips tab, and it is a very clearly designed, and it also has something like the different sessions or workshops that I have conducted at various colleges. So this is what it is showing here. And in addition to that, there is a subscription list. In case somebody feels that they can learn a lot from me and there is a lot of knowledge that they can gain from me, they can subscribe their email ID, their first name and last name, and I get access to their mails, and I'll keep sharing them newsletters so that whatever knowledge I have, some new things that I learn, I'll share it with people who are interested, having similar area of interest. So I'm actually creating a network of people who are interested and having a like mindset so that I can interact with them. So whenever I conduct some webinars or something, I'll exclusively run a particular social media advertisement. I'll do an email campaign. Who are there subscribed in my list, I'll do some sessions for them so that they can benefit from the knowledge that they gain. So this way I'm trying to do it. And I'm also giving them social sharing options. See, for example, social media marketing. On my website, I have given my link to Instagram, LinkedIn, Google Plus, and Facebook. So when people are logging into this, when they click here, they are subscribing to my list, friends list, and I am actually increasing my friends database. And this is how, if you look at it, I have probably gained close to 14,000 connections on LinkedIn, and I have close to you can say 3,000 connections on Facebook. So basically Facebook has freshers who are looking for jobs, and they try to get connected, and whenever I feel there is any relevant opportunity, I try to provide them. But when it comes to LinkedIn, this is a professional network where I have mostly the HR people from different industry, because I am a HR person working as a HR manager in one reputed organization. And I have a lot of placement officers who connect with me. Like, this is how I was connected with Mr. Bashir, and he requested that my students need a session. So basically, I am creating an image for myself on the social media, and this is what is social media marketing. So you have heard about search engine optimization, search engine marketing, social media marketing, and for everything, what is important is a genuine content that is validated. So for example, if the content is not proper, for example, if you go to personality development, you are not only getting access to my this thing, but you are also getting an access to interview tips. So you go to there before your interviews, maybe you want to prepare these questions which are commonly asked. These things will help you to crack fairly well or perform fairly well in your campus interviews and stand significantly high when compared to the others. So this is how there are some 15 questions which are for freshers, and there are some 15 questions for experienced. So up to the managerial level or assistant managerial level, whether it be software industry, BPO or any industry, how you need to perform in order to get selected is what mentioned here. So this is a very important tab. So there is a necessity. I need to crack interviews after the lockdown is over, and I need to be prepared. And for this particular tab will help you. So this is how I'm trying to do this. So what is the benefit I have? The benefit I have is I have a subscriber list. Whenever I have openings in my company, I will drop in mails to this interested community that I have requirement. Would you be interested? Since I know them personally, I've been connecting with them. So there is every possibility that I can recommend them in my company and offer them a job. It depends on the merit. It's not that just I know I will take. You should also meet the required qualities. So in case if I share it with them, these people can in turn share it on their WhatsApp or Facebook or maybe Instagram, and they have an option to like, share and comment. And when they do it, this post will reach to their extended network. If I don't know anybody and you might not know me. If I ask you that I have a requirement, you will be not sure whether I'm giving a lead to a right person. Is it a right company, or is it a consultancy who will make money? But if I'm approaching through this, through a people who trust me and whom I trust, then I will get people where they need not pay up any money to consultancy. They're directly approachable by me, and I'm getting trusted source who can join my company and start working. So this way I'm trying to create a huge network for myself where I can help the society in which I'm living. So I hope you are understanding this. Many people are there, and recruitment is also going to be digital, and we also need to start living. And this is how I have actually used my digital skills to create this website. So this is something about it. So let's get back to the basic session. Great. So now, so if you look at it, these are some basic terminologies that you should know. We just discussed that you have search engine marketing and search engine optimization. Wherever you see an AdWord, this is called as a keyword. Keyword is used for searching. And when you search it, you get AdWords, that is paid form of marketing, that is search engine marketing. And you also get people who put in hard work, which is called as search engine optimization. And this is called as a query box. Google search query box. People will search for keywords in this box to get the results displayed. So as we discussed, search engine optimization is unpaid form. Organically, people put in efforts to get on top of Google search results page, and SEM is about paid form of marketing. So how is this keyword marketing done? So you have something called as Google Keyword Planner. So when you log into Google Keyword Planner, you can actually check it. See, if I want digital marketing, I want to bid for digital marketing. I have 5,000 rupees. So if I go to Google, Google will give me a rough estimate. If you are spending 5,000 rupees, I can show your ad 3,949 times till the time that 5,000 rupees or 4,000 rupees is exhausted. And you might expect to get 193 people clicking on the ad. So for example, we typed something here. and this is displayed. So this displaying is called as impressions. How many times it is displaying? Depending on how many people are searching. So if 3,900 people have searched and it was displayed, out of 3,900 people, we got 193 people clicking on it. We just searched, but we did not click on it. If you are seriously looking for a career in digital marketing and want to do some course, probably you might click on it and go and check it out in LinkedIn for the digital marketing course. So per click, it is costing me 46 rupees, cost per click. So total cost divided by number of clicks will give me cost per click. So this is what Google will give on an average. So generally, this is your click-through rate. How many people clicked? Around approximately 5% people will click. If I'm displaying it to 4,000, you are getting 46 people who are, 46 rupees per click is your cost. So however, it can also be lesser or it can also be more. In actual terms, when we actually perform, you might get 190 clicks when I actually did it, which can actually be reduced or lower. So it gives you an estimated amount. See, for you to start somewhere, you need to have an estimate to go back to your management and tell, boss, this is a cost that I'm expecting to incur and this is what I can give you. So generally, if it says it cost you 46 rupees, it could be very good. It could cost you only 21 rupees. It depends on how many people are there in your network. See, for example, I'm a stranger. I'm sending, probably this is my personality development interviewtips.com. It will help you in your interviews. Please go through it. People might just ignore it. My cost per click rate will be like 60 or 70. If I'm building a trusted subscriber database and sending to these people because they are students, they want to grow in their career and they see there is a value in the course that is there and it is coming free of cost. So probably they will click through it and try to go through the questions and be prepared. The moment lockdown is over, they can give their best in the interviews. So the benefit they have is they can actually benefit from the course, and the benefit I have is the click-through rate will be less. With minimal cost that I spend on advertising, I am gaining awareness for my website, and maybe my website will be displayed in the top search results of Google. So if you have a trusted network, more clicks you will get it. And that is why you need to have trusted network and you need to give quality content to the people which will benefit them. Don't write something which will benefit you. You have to write something which will benefit the community. So mine is a knowledge related kind of a marketing. So there might be people who are doing e-commerce like Amazon, Flipkart. They sell products. So their objective is to reach out to customers. Regularly they are purchasing, create a subscriber list and sell the similar kind of products to them. Retarget the same customer. I think it's 1 month, your products are over. Please click it. You are getting this much discount. So you're trying to generate demand and make them purchase. So here it's a knowledge base. There it could be product based. Somebody else can do it for real estate. Sitting in India, you can attract people from expatriates like Australians, Americans. When they visit India, because they're basically from India, they'll just make a purchase and you are making a huge commission out of there. So this is how digital marketing will help people. So content is the heart. If your content is great, only then people will stick to your content and they will actually go through your content. So this is something about content marketing. And always remember, I believe strongly in one saying, if your business is not online, it will be nowhere soon. So you need to be prepared and try to create some kind of this thing in the digital space, some kind of influence on the digital space. Next comes social media marketing. See, for example, I have something, I'm very interested in digital marketing. So I keep writing about digital marketing in various forums, blogs. I have my own Facebook page that I created, and people who are interested in digital marketing might visit my page. See, I'll show you here. So this is my Facebook page, as you can see. Just a minute. Here is my Facebook page. In this particular Facebook page, you can see that I have created 2 Facebook pages. One is Freshers Jobs at Kukatpalli and one is Digital Marketing. And if you search in Facebook as @content digital marketing, see, this is the link which will bring you to my digital marketing place. So if you look at it, here you have some people who have subscribed to my list, and I keep posting contents on digital marketing, whatever seminars or sessions I record on YouTube and video recordings, and these video recordings are also I post on digital marketing for people who are interested. So basically you have some just 64-65 people who are following and liking this. That means it is very limited people who can benefit from it. Similarly, you have something, I have created one more Facebook page called as Freshers Jobs in Kukatpally, because my office is located in Kukatpally. I am trying to target people who are residing in and around Kukatpally so that they will work with my company for a longer period of time, because they stay very close to our office. So you can also see that here I have almost close to some great number of count, 1530 people like and follow this page regularly. So when I post anything that we have any requirements and all, these people I'm going to share about interview tips and all. So I have a classified target audience. These people I'm going to talk about interview tips and all, but the other set of audience I'm going to tell them what are the new things in digital. I hope you are all with me. If yes, please type yes in the chat window, because that gives me a confidence that you are all with me. Because we have very limited time, so I am actually trying to hurry up as soon as I can.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I hope you're all able to hear it clearly, right?
Yes, sir.
Great.
Yes, sir.
Great. So next comes, so this is what is social media marketing. So if you're doing any promotions of your website or anything on Facebook, maybe YouTube, maybe Twitter, maybe Instagram, like how I showed you, create pages and promote them. Okay. So this is called as social media marketing, when you promote your things on the third party platform. Similarly, I've shown you a place where you have a subscription. When you get subscribers, you can target them by sending them newsletters and emails. So basically, if I have any requirement, my first option will be I'll go on to my Freshers Jobs in Kukatpally, and I will look at people who have subscribed to all the people, single automated email. So it's called as automation. There is an automated email like MailChimp, GetResponse, Aweber. I'll use these and I'll send them. Since you have subscribed to my channel, Facebook page, I have some requirements and I want to communicate it to you. If you are interested, please come and apply for the interview, attend the interview in proper way and get selected. Or else you can pass this information to your friends who might be interested to work in a BPO. So this message will get viral because I'm sharing it with the trusted sources, and they want to help people who might be interested in the opportunity. So this is a platform for me to create a trusted network. So this way it helps me. So email marketing will help me to do one-on-one marketing, and it is a permission-based marketing. I'm not actually trying to, spam the social media by sending it to everybody, but I'm sending it to people who are interested in the offer. And then comes display and video advertising. Whenever you open YouTube, a new movie of Ram Charan comes. In between, you have a skip ad, and they will run some ad. You can't skip it till 15 seconds are over, because they have paid money to YouTube saying, show my ad to people for 15 seconds. So forcefully, YouTube will keep it for 15 seconds. And once the ad is over, then only you will go to the main content. So if I'm doing some YouTube videos and putting it on YouTube, then tomorrow, once I have 1,000 people, 1,000 people subscribing to my list, and maybe some 4,000 watch hours, people watch it for 4,000 odd hours, then YouTube will pay money. It will monetize it. It will place ads in my videos, and it will pay me for how many people are actually watching the ads. So in order to sit and you are sleeping and you are still earning commission or money from YouTube, just by creating content and posting it and sharing it on social media with your friends and asking your friends to make it viral. So I have close to 83 videos on YouTube. My YouTube channel is Fanikiran Patnaikuni, and this will help people to crack the interviews in the best possible way. When I have shown you the questions in personality development interview tips on YouTube, you will see my videos where I explain you why this question is asked and how you need to answer to get selected in the interviews. Similarly, you have a soft skills session. I have conducted workshops in colleges, and trust me, I was paid around 50 to 60,000 from colleges. So those videos also I posted on YouTube, and not many people are aware of it. And this I'm putting it on to the platform because it will help students to actually gain those skills, because after the lockdown there will be a lot of job, you know, job crunch everywhere. So people should develop the employability skill set. While colleges are giving you subject related knowledge, you need to take up the employability skill sets from the professionals out there. Try to understand what is your future gonna be in case you enter a professional organization. So these are the soft skill session we conduct to people who join us, complete at least 18 months in the organization and looking for team leader position where they'll manage people. That means they'll be managing emotions of people and not just machines. So such kind of content is placed on the YouTube. When you go through it, each one will teach you something or the other. If you get time, please do go through it, and you can always subscribe to my channel. Whenever I do something and post it, you will get access to it, and you will get an intimation or a notification that Funny has posted something. Now comes the concept of affiliate marketing. This is a very important concept. This is called as commission-based marketing. You need not invest any money in this. You need not purchase any inventory to sell it. Like how Amazon works. Amazon has merchants who will say, please sell these products for me. I have so many products and I'm not able to sell them. So Amazon will put those products and it will call people who are influencers on social media and ask them to promote. All you need to do is just promote it in your network. If somebody clicks on it and makes this thing, you can offer them discounts. So when you purchase from affiliates, the benefits that you will have is you will get stuff at a discounted price than the actual price. Why they are able to give you discount? Because they did not pay for their overhead rents and all. The costs are very limited. So the concept is very simple. You have somebody visiting your website or yours posting on some kind of a Facebook or YouTube or whatever it is. And when they click on the link, it will take them to the merchant site. From your site, they are going to the merchant site and they will make a purchase. And the moment they make a purchase, they will be getting discount and you will be getting commission. Very simple concept. Google Pay has come into existence. How did it become viral? It said you download and you refer it to your friends will download, you get 51 rupees, he get 51 rupees or maybe 81 rupees something. Isn't it correct? So that is the same concept. Affiliate marketing is you are a partner to promote. You don't own a product, you don't own an inventory, you're not investing anything, you're just promoting products and you're earning money. I'll give you a very simple example and I'll show you practically here. So if you look at it, this is my website. In my website, you have something called as a home tab, personality development. How do you develop your personality and how do you crack interviews? And you have some interesting stories which you can use in your interviews so that you can impress the interviewers. And then you have affiliate promotions about myself so that you can see this column and you can contact me if you are interested anytime. So affiliate promotion is what I'm going to explain you now. Here I have promoted some international products. Okay. So somebody who is actually suffering with hip flexors, they can unlock their hip flexors. And the best part is this is present on my website, but if you click either this link or anywhere, you know, it's not mandatory. It's a personality development related website. So basically either me or my friends or relatives who have purchased these products and tried and seen significant improvement, only those products. I've restricted to only 4 products on my website and I keep promoting like 4 to 10 products, not more than that. And something that I have tested or my friends have tested and told me that this works perfectly fine. So something people who are suffering with diabetes, because there are a lot of nutrients and supplies that people use abroad. So basically when somebody clicks on it, you see it is going to take them to their site. It is going to automatically take it to the merchant site. And here you have more information. And if you're going down, you will see what are the benefits, what are the customer testimonials, and what are the videos all about. And you also see something like you get a completely a different discount kind of regular price. And you are getting it for you're saying that you're getting $50, it is coming today's price at $10. So it automatically reduces the cost on the people who purchase from affiliate sites. And how does the merchant know that I have promoted it? Here is the link which clearly says, see, here is the link which says P Funny. So Funny is the one. This is my user ID. Like how you are recognized with your roll number, this is how they'll get to know that this person has promoted it. So this is what it is. So I hope you understood the concept of affiliate marketing in a better way now. Yes, so this is what is
Yes,
affiliate
yes.
marketing. Yes. So this is something about affiliate marketing. You have your website, you are displaying your merchant's products on your website. The moment he clicks on the product, he is taken to the merchant site, and there he makes a sale. The merchant will take care of everything. You don't need not take care of anything. And obviously, once he makes a purchase, you earn commission, he gets a discount. So it's a two-way benefit for both the people. Yeah. So next comes
Yes, sir.
inbound
Clear, sir.
marketing. Next comes inbound marketing. So what is inbound marketing? See, for example, you will be suddenly browsing something and suddenly you see some ads coming. You open your Yahoo mail. Suddenly they'll come, IBM is hiring, Yahoo is hiring, Google is hiring. Please share your resume on this link. So what are they doing? They're trying to do inbound marketing. You're watching YouTube. Suddenly you get skip ads. So that is called as inbound marketing. When you are actually, wherever the customer is going on the digital platform, the marketers are trying to come and show their product and make a sale by generating demand. Now you understand, when customer needs something, they'll go and purchase it. They're very specific about the product. Now, when you are actually trying to generate demand for a product, that is where the concept of digital marketing is all about. You need to generate, interest about the products, understand the use of the customer, use of the person, and try promote. You will be successful in digital marketing. Don't simply spam. Just, you know that you have a link, you just promoting the link. By doing that, Facebook or any other social media, if they notice that you're just spamming, they can terminate your account or delete it. So you will enter into unnecessary problems where the complete network of people whom you have gained, it will go into a sandbox. Sandbox is like a dump yard or dustbin. So all your contact, your email, your access, I mean, with respect to that particular, if you're doing too much of spamming on Facebook, Facebook will deactivate your account. Facebook especially is known for deactivating account when people spam too much. So you're not supposed to spam. Just because you have a link, unknown strangers and all, you are not supposed to share it. It's mostly like a permission based marketing. So you have to be very careful when you are promoting newsletters or blogs or maybe your website. Promote it to the people who have a need and understands the importance of it. What is influencer marketing? See, I'll give you a very simple example. When I did my digital marketing course, I started creating my website and I started visiting colleges and started sharing my website link to them, and they started getting connected to me. My LinkedIn connection was around 1,000 people, and in just 2 months, I actually did some postings on LinkedIn, and it actually helped me to get 10,000 connections in just 2 months' time. So 1,000 connections to 10,000 connections. So that gives you a clear picture about the power of influencer marketing. You need to create an influence for yourself in something or the other. If you are interested in technical products, talk about technical products to your customers. If you are interested in yoga, talk about yoga to someone. Take videos, post them on YouTube, use any channel effectively and gain a trusted customer network. So that is what is meant by influential marketing. So for example, if I have already shown you that I have close to 14,000 followers on LinkedIn, close to 3,000 followers on Facebook. Now I recently, in the lockdown period, just 1 month back, I have started YouTube channel, Funny Kiran Patnaikuni, and I have posted some 80 odd videos, and all my videos are about digital marketing. It's about interview tips. It's about soft skills that will help you to grow in your career, which is actually useful for the students. Not only students, but also people in my company do follow me, and they actually have come back to me and telling me that my iGrow, internal promotions and growth opportunities, we were fairly able to do well because I used your concepts in my interview. So that gives me a kind of confidence that I'm building people whom I help, and they would also help me in return. So I'm trying to build a community around myself where there is a mutual benefit for both of us. I hope you understood the power of influential marketing. with this we move next. I'll just slightly touch Google Analytics. See, when I have my website, I have actually connected to Google Analytics. So Google is giving me a report. In February, you have 448 people who came to your website. In January, you have 469 users who visited your website. In December, you have around 393 users. So this is giving me the statistic as to how many people are visiting my website. So I go to a car showroom. They tell me, you're a marketing manager. These are the pamphlets, please distribute. I go and distribute that we are coming up with a new product launch. I don't know who is my customer who is interested in my product. Probably the paper that you gave them might land up into dustbin. You don't know who is actually using the pamphlet that you gave. You don't have any network of any data of how many customers came and registered. So tomorrow they will question you, you did this marketing, it costed me 1 lakh rupees, give me justification. You cannot give them a justification because you don't have any measurement criteria. In digital platforms, you can connect and everything and anything to Google, and when you connect it with that unique ID, what will happen? It will give you results, and the results are so crystal clear, it will be displayed in such a way, it will give you something like this. How many users have come to your website? How many times they have visited your website? Here 448 people have visited my personality development interview tips website for around 746 times. That means every user is almost visiting 1.5 to 2 times. And the bounce rate is only 0.8%. Why is it only 0.8%? Because when I conduct free sessions like this, I share it with people that was only if you are interested, try to use, please try to get connected. So what will happen is, 1 second. So what will happen is whenever people are interested in what I am offering, they see some value out of it. Only those people are coming and they're spending time. So bounce rate is 0.8%. Bounce rate, if anything less than 30%, it is very good. That means my site is very good because it is only reaching out to the targeted network audience. The next thing is average session duration. Tell me, if you get something on internet, probably you will spend only 15 seconds. A human being will only spend 15 seconds, and in this 15 seconds you will decide whether I need to spend more time on this or not required. But here, if you are looking at, people are spending almost 4 minutes on an average on my website. That means if they're opening something, they're spending time reading what is there, and if they see a value is there, they're reading further and spending some time, and on an average they're checking my website for 4 minutes, which is a good sign. So how did I get these customers? How will this information help me? Tomorrow I need to run Google ads. I will tell Google to run me only on organic search. Organic search means directly they are going to Google search bar, typing www.personalitydevelopmentinterview.in and reaching my website. That means they are aware about what this site is all about and what is the benefit it can offer, and they are actually coming to me through an organic means, and they are also directly coming to me, and it's not indirect. However, other sessions are there. See, for example, you might know about the benefits now. In case you share it with your friends on Facebook by sharing it or liking it or something like that. You want to help your family members, some relatives. So those people are also coming, and that is just 1.3%. Because I'll tell you, trust me, when we are getting something important, we want to take it, benefit from it, and then once we benefit it, only then we communicate it to the people outside. So on an average, major searches coming through organic search and direct, which is a good news. That means right people only are reaching my website and nobody is spamming it. The next important thing, if it gives me a breakup, per day I'm getting 7 visitors on an average. In 1 week, I'm getting 27 visitors. In 30 days, I'm getting 225 visitors. It's because it is actually reaching to the right customers. Similarly, in Google Analytics, it will show you once customers are coming on your website, it is very important to know what are these people doing. These people are actually, what is a bounce rate, or maybe what is if you look at it this year, the bounce rate is for last 7 days. The previous one was for last 1 month. So I can break it into 1 month or maybe 1 day or a 30 days or 60 days or 90 days, and pull out reports so that I can plan as to what my customers are interested in, where they are spending more time. Okay, so this is something about the analysis. See, how does this information help you? See, if I'm seeing that my subscribers are watching my thing, they're clicking, they're doing so many things, then I can be more interested and promote more products only to those people who are clicking it. See, for example, if my subscriber base is around 14,000 on LinkedIn, so basically when I'm posting something, I see only 100 people or 60, 70 people are clicking or liking it or engaging with my post. Next time I will restrict my posting only to that 60 or 70 people so that they benefit it, because this will improve my click-through rate will improve. So obviously what will happen when people are actually checking it, they're liking it, they're engaging with my posts, then it makes sense for me to actually promote my data to them so that they see some interest and value in it. So digital marketing is all about a planned way of targeting. It also gives me an idea about where are my customers coming from. See, majority of them are coming from India because my website is an Indian website. Personality development interview tips.in resembles it's an Indian website, and it also tells me what is the time majority of customers are coming. So if the dark blue line says I'm getting around 19 to 25 visitors at 12 p.m., that means I will pay money to Google and say I want to do a search engine marketing, only run my ads between 10 p.m. to 2 p.m. That means the cost is less, coverage is more, and cost per click will be less. So digital marketing will help you to strategize in such a way so that you reduce your costs and give results and show these reports to your management and get promoted in your marketing job. If you're getting into a marketing job, tomorrow when somebody is doing a blind marketing, you are doing a structured marketing with a proactive approach. It also gives me an idea about 67% of my visitors are mobile visitors. Not everybody have desktops today with an internet connection. Jio has made our life very easier. A lot of people are getting internet connection, and you see that lot of traffic is coming through mobile. And I hope everybody are there, right? Hello? Great. So I'm getting around 32%. I'm getting around 32% of my traffic through, you can see, desktop. So most of my customers are mobile, coming through mobile. So tomorrow when I do an advertising for any product, see, for example, I like the product very much, I need to promote this product and ensure that people benefit from it. So when I'm actually promoting, I will ensure that I'll target mobile, display my products only on the people who are using mobile friendly apps. So only these I will target, so that my reach will be more, my cost that I'm going to invest per click will be reduced. Cost is less, your conversions are more. So this helps you in audience targeting. So you want to understand what are the skills that are required to become a great digital marketer. You need to have very good content and creative excellence skills. If your content is great, trust me, you are the king. If your content is not great, then nobody will come and stick with your content, and the bounce rate will be very high, and Google uses bounce rate as a determining factor and rank your website relatively low in its ranking. Next, WordPress management skills. When you have a house, you're constructing a new house, the engineer will give you a supervisor. Anything required, ask him, he will do it. You customize your building the way you want it. WordPress is basically a simple plugin which will give you access to so many other things. You simply click, drag and drop images, drag and drop content, drag and drop your social media links and all, and create a good looking website. So everything you need, you have everything in WordPress management, and that is a most important plugin any person who has his own website will have it. It's simply drag and drop and create a website. Photo editing and designing skills. So you need to know that when you're promoting a product, say I need to promote a 10 lakhs rupees worth jewelry product. I take a pic from my mobile and probably promote it, then nobody will come to your store to buy your jewelry. But if I use a professional photography like hero photography and get it shot by some models and then start promoting it, then people would love to come to that store and purchase the product because your photograph is the main product there. Because the picture that you are trying to promote is what will give you the maximum returns on it. So you should know when to use your mobile. If it's a simple 300, 400, 500 worth product that you're promoting, fair enough. But it's an expensive product, you need to know photo editing and designing skills. There are so many softwares where you can put your images and improve the brightness, contrast, everything, and start promoting them. Data analysis skills. You have seen Google Analytics. It helps me to break larger data into bits and pieces and plan my marketing strategy in such a way that every time I see an improvement in my ads performance. Ability to understand and use different digital channels. Should I promote it on Facebook? Should I promote it on YouTube? Should I promote it on Twitter? Should I promote it on LinkedIn? LinkedIn, I'll use it when I know the target audience are having a lot of money. They are all professionals. So if I'm planning to sell some three-bedroom flat worth 1 crore property, I will run ads on LinkedIn. If I want to promote properties like a simple second-hand products or something that I'm done using it and want to share with someone, which is just 500 to 1000 rupees, I'll promote it on Facebook, because it depends on what kind of audience you have, what kind of target customers you have. So you need to understand the fundamentals of marketing. Before wearing the hat of a digital marketer, learn to wear the hat of a marketer first. Your fundamentals will always be the same. They will never change. And you need to stay updated with the current market trends. And most importantly, you need to practice and passion. When I'm telling you, you need to have a passion. If your passion is not connected to the purpose of you attending this course today, then you cannot be a great digital marketer. I'll give you a very simple example. I'm attending this webinar because there is a compulsion from my placement officer that you please attend. That means you are not passionate about learning digital marketing. You are attending because there is a compulsion from the college, and the passion and purpose are not connected. You cannot grow in your career. But I'm passionate because there are multiple ways of earning money without investing, by investing. If I have an own shopping product and I know that tomorrow everything is going to be digital, most of the people who have money are on the digital platform, I need to reach out to them. Probably you will start developing your network from now, and once you develop your network, you tend to grow in your career. And then you start doing social media marketing, you gain a trusted network, trusted audience base, and that's how digital marketing is all about. Why should one learn digital marketing course? Because it hardly requires any technical knowledge. It's just 10% technical, 50% is content. The website that I have showed you, I don't have any administrator who maintains my website. I myself will maintain that. I myself will keep updating it with the new products and affiliate site, or any new content, any new questions I want to add it, I will just keep adding it by myself. So there is hardly any technical knowledge. You just need to drag drop, and to create a website, it just takes 10 minutes. And this video is available on my YouTube channel. If you're interested to create a website or something, you can always watch my YouTube channel, which will take you through a step-by-step process, and everything is available. The theory is just 20 minutes, and the actual way of creating a website is only 15 minutes. And once you create it, you need to develop content, and you need to keep on adding images, products, content onto the platform in order to make it look good, appealing, before you decide to pay money to Google and promote it on the social media platform. Digital is growing. Number of internet users in India is expected to grow, and this is a real fact because of the current. See, as it is, it was expected when I was doing this course in 2018, it was expected to grow to 500 million by 2018. It is an old PPT. And right now, you know the scenario. Everybody are opting for work from home. People are looking at people who have laptops and people who will have mobile phones and who have no connectivity issues, who can operate remotely from home so that they can save on the travel cost and ensure work from home becomes a religious activity. Even the way you are operating in your colleges, you are taking lessons only onto the webinars or online platforms like this, which is helping you to grow in your career. Take up these things. Your present and future is largely dominated by digital. Marketer needs digital marketing edge for his personal branding to complete or compete with the virtual influencers. So there will be so many people who will be getting onto the digital platform and start promoting different things, and everybody will look for some product. Whatever is your area of interest, you try doing it, record it, promote it. So the benefit about digital marketing is you can do whatever you are interested in and become an expert in. There is no necessity that you have to do only this. And you can see that digital marketing as a career opportunity, there are lakhs of job opportunities that are expected to be created in the digital marketing space. There are a lot of opportunities for freelancers. There are new people who are launching new products. Money lies with somebody or the other, somewhere or the other, in India or abroad. Irrespective of the location, you can target people with the help of social media platforms and tools that are available in digital marketing, using Facebook funnels, YouTube funnels and all. So when things are possible and people, somewhere or the other, money will be there. It's all about you reaching out to them first and making money through marketing. So this is what is I learned about digital marketing. However, if you ask me, just don't rely only on digital. Your fundamentals should always be strong about marketing. Use traditional marketing approaches as well. There is a lot to learn in traditional marketing as well. So use both the things. Just because everybody are going onto the platform, tomorrow the competition outside will become less, and here it will become more on the platform, and people who post ads and banner ads outside might benefit and get more customers. So both these things have to be balanced. So don't lose your control on the traditional marketing methods. Both are equally important. At this point of time, I would strongly say that 80% of the effort should be focused on the digital platform. So integrated marketing is the need of the hour. You need to do SEO, you need to do SCM, you need to do SMM. For everything, content is the heart. I'll give you a very simple example. Whenever I take my daughter to Chennai Silks, outside Chennai Silk shopping mall, there is something where she used to jump. People just get onto it and keep jumping on it. The more strength you apply to your feet, the highest level you reach, right? The more effort you put on your content, your website will reach to the highest possible place and reach the Google first page, Google search engine results page. And that is what is the power of SEO. Even if you want to go for SCM or SMM, if your SEO is not correct, you will fail as a digital marketer. So I believe we are almost done with the session. I have actually tried covering everything that is possible, and tried to give you whatever best I could. So these are the concepts in nutshell. If you need to talk about it, whenever somebody talks about digital marketing, this is a theory. You need to know SEO, you need to know SCM, you need to know SMM, you need to know how to target email marketing using different automated tools like MailChimp, Aweber, GetResponse, etc. You need to know how to use video marketing. It could be YouTube marketing. To give you a little precise, you should know the power of affiliate marketing by promoting products when you don't have money, when others have money, when others have products, promote them. You have a trusted network where people can buy products. Try to know what are their needs and ensure you're promoting every product that satisfies some need or the other, and do it only after you test it. In case the product is not good, you lose your reputation on the media, on the social media, and your people will start talking bad about you, and that is something, the last thing that one person would expect. Money is secondary, but gaining trust is very important. However, there are some people for whom money is everything and maybe trust is later. So you see a lot of people using digital marketing for the wrong way, spamming everything everywhere without understanding that people have their own privacy on the social media platform, and if you disturb that, then you will not be successful as a digital marketer. You should know the power of inbound marketing, how to get people into your network, seek their permission, and then only share with them something that they consider of great value. And in case if they are not, always give them an option to unsubscribe so that they can move out of your list, so that you can only communicate with people and keep updating your list on a regular basis, because when somebody is not interested in your products, it's not advisable to disturb them. And then comes influential marketing. Influential marketing is You all should start thinking like an influencers after my session. So right now, if I'm doing a free webinar to you, that means there are around 30 odd people who are actually benefiting from my session and would feel greatly about me that, okay, we benefited from him. Entire digital marketing concepts, he was able to explain in nutshell. And today, if somebody talks about anything, or maybe if I pick up any video on YouTube and start looking at it, I can relate it into one of these concepts. So I have written, I have actually completed my videos on content marketing, SEO, SCM, SMM, and you can find everything on the YouTube. And I'm still adding to those videos every weekly whenever I'm getting time. And I hope the society will benefit from that. So this is basically what I wanted to tell you all and my session. And it brings me to the end of the session, and I hope you're clear with the concepts, and this session has given some kind of value addition to each one of you present in the webinar. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
So in case if you want, you can share your feedback in the chat window. Is Bashir there by any chance?
Yes, sir. Bashir sir is there, sir.
Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir. Bashir sir is there in the. He's chatting with you. I mean, he's giving.
Sir, are you there?
Yes, sir, I'm there, sir. You listening?
Okay, sir.
Hello?
So we are done with this session actually.
Hello? Yes, sir. Section is very beautiful, very nice, sir. And we hope students also enjoyed a lot. And if
Okay.
any inquiries personally students feel, we will get back to you, sir.
So great. So guys, just a quick update on this trend. You all can actually draft some questions if you have any, and you can share it with Mr. Bashir, and probably he will consolidate all the questions and share it with me, which I'll respond on mail and share it with them. And thank you so much. Have a great weekend to all of you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much for giving this great opportunity for our students.
Most welcome, sir. My pleasure.
Thank you, sir.
You can share your you can share your Facebook ID to the students or your email ID to them directly, sir. They will directly give a question to you, sir. They will ask questions or
Either ways, that's
they
fine.
want
So you can
friend
actually,
request.
in case if you people are there, you can just make a note of this personality development interview tips.in. Wherever you want to connect with me on Instagram, Facebook, or LinkedIn, you have multiple options. You can post in and I'll reply to your questions. Okay? Great. Thank you.
Sure, sir. I will also personally share in the friends WhatsApp group your link, sir.
Sure, sir. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.
They can follow. In Facebook, I am following you, sir.
Great, great, sir. Thank you so much.
Nice day, sir. Bye.